Good morning, friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sue. If you are new here, we're so glad that you stumbled across this video. If you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button before you go, I greatly appreciate it. For those of you guys who keep tuning in every single week to watch these budget videos, thank you so much for all your guys' love and support. It really does mean the world to me. Now, you guys know, if you follow along with me, you guys know that in light of our current situation, which is COVID-19, we are experiencing some major changes into our budget. We have completely limited the way that we're spending money, and I'm going to share that with you guys here in the next few minutes. But currently, right now, as of last week, I was still working some hours at work, and this week I'm completely off work until this virus situation blows over, and I'm going to explain a little bit of that to you guys. I feel like in my life currently right now, I do have that emergency fund set up. So because of what I do at the doctor's office, you guys know I work for a family doctor, and my job is being in charge of all the labs and stuff like that. We have been experiencing, as a family doctor, low amounts of people coming into the office, which is fine. We are really trying not to spread the virus. However, because of that, we're not drawing any blood. And because I'm not drawing any blood, there's really no reason for me to be off of work. And I am choosing to voluntarily stay at home. There's a couple reasons to that. Yes, I could probably file unemployment. I could probably, take out the 2 weeks of FMLA pay. But I feel like as long as I can stay at home and I'm not needing that money for as long as I possibly can, then I'm not going to file unemployment, and I'm just going to take a voluntary leave, which is okay with my employer. I know that a lot of things get haywire when it comes to this situation, and I don't want to be draining my doctor's office financially because they're paying me for me being at home and things of that nature. So I just feel like as long as that I am able to stay at home, my husband is still working, I have an emergency fund set up, so as long as I'm able to stay at home and survive without filing unemployment or taking that 2 weeks of paid leave due to the coronavirus and all the laws that have taken place in the last little bit, I'm going to try my hardest. We're going to try our hardest to get through this without being a burden to anybody else or the government, only because I feel like I can do that. And as long as I can do that, I am willing to make that sacrifice. I'm not one of these people who are going, there's tons and tons and tons and tons of people out there that have to use that unemployment because they have no other source of income, whereas I don't. So as long as I don't need to, I'm just going to change the way that we manage our money for now, and I'm going to try my best to make it through this situation without filing for unemployment or taking that medical leave or that FMLA, 2 weeks FMLA paid. Because that's just the sacrifice that I'm willing to make. There's so many more people out there that need the money, and as long as I don't want to be greedy and take that money, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of just my sacrifice, me being the person that I am. I want everybody out there who needs the money for unemployment and needs the money from their healthcare providers or from their employers, period, to be able to have that money. So basically, we are very limited in how we're spending our money, and I'm going to explain some of the things that we are doing differently and some of the changes. I kind of shared with you guys a little bit last week of how we're changing things, and this week because I'm really going to try to work on my husband's income to get us through this instead of pulling out of our emergency fund unless I have to. And in which case that time comes, depending on how long long this is going to last. I will let you know when I'm dipping into those emergency funds and how we go about that, but I'm really gonna try to not do that for as long as possible. Okay, so first things first, you guys know that I'm gonna go through here and we spent all of our extra money this week, so I really don't have anything in here to show you. I do, however, have, I do believe, a couple $5 bills, because I'm still gonna maintain that as making the conscious effort just to continue to save my $5 bills. Just because. So in my miscellaneous fund, I think that's the only thing I have any money left in. Yes, of course, vacation has money and the graduation has money. You guys know, if you guys watched last week's video, I did go ahead and add another $100 to my $5 challenge envelope box that is inside my safe. And it looks like I have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, $15, and I just have two $5 bills left over. So I'm going to, I think I only have one in here. This was my lonely $5 bill left over after I added the 100 to my box, my safe in the house. So now I'm gonna have 15, so I'm just gonna write that in there. 15. I'm gonna put that back in there. You'll probably see me not gathering as many $5 bills throughout the next few weeks, just because we're really not going to be spending any money unless we absolutely have to. Which we did have to do a couple things this week. We did end up putting the $20 in gas in there in my vehicle. And we ended up having to buy an extra part for my husband's Jeep. And then one of the kids needed some new underwear, so I did spend this extra money here. And then of course our family fund, we always get pizza on Friday night, so we did spend that. I'm trying to make it as normal as I possibly can for my kids and try to keep the same routine that we normally have. Although this week, I'm gonna try to not use this 20, and we're gonna make homemade pizzas on Fridays instead. I'll explain a little bit more into that when we get to it. And the miscellaneous and the buffer are just here as protection, as you guys know. So we're gonna go ahead and just start stuffing our envelopes. I'm gonna kind of explain to you what's happening here. Last week I budgeted $100 and I was able to get like a bigger pack of ground meat and a bigger pack of chicken. So I won't need any meat this week, and what I did with my grocery budget is I went through my freezer and I planned my meals according to what I already had on hand, which I do most of the time, but I really got serious this week and I only budgeted for $60 in my grocery fund here. And I'm hoping that we can keep it going with just this $60 for our grocery fund with all the things that I do have on hand. But I do have, you know, the buffer and the miscellaneous fund here, money set aside in case we need to run to the store for bread or milk or eggs, if we can even find those things. So we're gonna go ahead and put $60 into grocery. So here is 60 bucks in there. Gas is going to get 20. It's kind of like we're a week ahead in our gas. So this past Monday, we ended up taking out that 20 from last week and go ahead and putting it in my vehicle, although we're really not going anywhere. So that $20 is lasting us quite a bit, but I still am gonna go ahead and put another $20 in there, so in case my husband needs it for his vehicle, or if I need it for some reason, somebody needs to go to the doctor's, or we have to go somewhere, that money's there in case we need it. Again, I'm not putting anything into personal. We're not putting anything to school. School's been canceled at least until May 1st. We'll see if we even go back. I don't look for us to go back to school. And I have, with the $60, I have plenty of things on hand for lunches and things like that. So I'm not worried about adding any extra money there this week. I am going to go ahead and Dollar Tree. We're just not spending any money. So I'm not putting anything into Dollar Tree. I'm not putting anything to school. And I'm not putting anything into my personal fund. As you guys know, I can't go and get my nails done, which is very dramatic for me, but I'm making it work, okay? I'm making it work. That is the one thing that I usually spend on myself, is going and get my nails done. But because we can't physically go and do that now, then I'm just kind of keeping them painted with a little bit of some gloss on top, and we're calling it good, and I'm letting it go, okay? Car maintenance is going to get $20 just in case we might need something, okay? And clothing, again, is going to get $20 just in case we might need something. I don't foresee us having to buy anything this week, but we will see. Sports, of course, is not getting anything. The kids are just having a hard time because there is no sports going on right now. So we're really focused on getting out in the front yard and playing catch and playing soccer and doing those things outside in the front yard. My kids are going to be struggling with no baseball season. Hopefully we'll get to play football, but we might not. It just depends. So for right now, sports isn't going to get anything because it's kind of at a standstill, so there's no point in me adding money to that. Miscellaneous is going to get $40, which it normally does, and that's just for anything extra that we might need through the week. And my miscellaneous fund is usually where I pull from first. That's why usually it's empty, and then I have leftover change in my buffer. Family fund is going to get $20, but like I said, I am going to pick up the things that I would need to make homemade pizzas. I have like the crust stuff here to make already, so really I only need pizza sauce and pepperoni and cheese. So I'm gonna really make a night of it on Friday night, and we're gonna have a movie night, and we'll have pizza and soda and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try not to spend that family fun money unless I have to. Gifts, of course, is not going to be getting anything, only because we don't have anywhere to go. We can't buy anything. We can't go and celebrate anything. So there's no point in putting any money in there. Vacation, of course, will get $20 as usual, because we still do plan on, when this stuff is over, getting back to our normal routine. We are scheduled to go on vacation at the end of May, but that might get postponed depending on what our area looks like at that point. We live in Missouri, and right now I think Missouri's peak time is going to be the middle of April. So in the next couple of weeks, we're going to hit our peak, and hopefully where we're going I think they're in their peak already. I'm not going to give out that information because I don't want anybody stalking me, but I will, of course, do video of our vacation like I did last year. If you guys follow along with the vlogs and the other stuff that I do on this channel. Some people do, some people don't. Anyway, vacation right there. So 60, we're still planning on doing that, okay? And then buffer is gonna get 20. And then the only other thing that I have to do is put in the graduation fund. And this week I'm supposed to be putting in 15. So I have a 10 and I have 5 ones, but I did add an extra $1 last week. So just to keep everything on track, I'm only going to add 14 in there, and then it's going to be right on track with where we're supposed to be. And this graduation fund is, if you guys watch these videos, you guys know that I am planning a trip next year, not next year, the summer of 2021. I'm going to take my son to Rome. That's where he wants to go for his graduation present. And it's just going to be a mother-son trip. And I'm so pumped for it, but I'm gonna start saving up a little bit as we go. I have budgeted out of our normal monthly bill budget, like the flight and the accommodations. This is just gonna be our extra spending money, our eating money, and our sightseeing money, and all that fun stuff is what I'm saving up for now. So there is that. I don't know why this envelope keeps coming. So I should have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that is right. So that is what we're doing. I'm putting this back in here. And when I should probably take this out and put it into my safe because I'm over $100 now. But I have to create another envelope for that. So another one of these envelopes. For those of you guys who are curious, I do have some of these cash envelopes available in my Etsy store. This is my prototype book, so that is the reason why these will just pop in and out, as you guys can see. And I have mine kind of thick right now, so that's the reason why they keep coming out. I need to go through and take that graduation money out because it's making my envelope thicker. But I do have, this is the mini Happy Notes version of the Happy Notes notebooks. The smaller size, there is a longer one that is, you know, about 9 inches long. I do have new envelopes available for you guys in the Etsy store if you're interested in that, along with all the other planner stickers and things like that. I'm gonna add this dollar bill into grocery just because it's sitting there. And I also have my planner linked, and I did go through and I couldn't find, somebody had told me in one of my recent videos that the planner that I had linked, the budget planner, was a 2019. So I did go ahead and change that and got you a new link for a 2020 version. The cover of it's not the same, but the planner itself is similar on the inside, and it is for 2020. So if you're interested in this planner book, I got it off of Amazon. It cost me about $6. And then I just made my own cash envelopes, which are available in my Etsy store if you're interested. All the links will be in the description below. I really hope you guys are staying safe, staying healthy, following the rules which the government has set forth for us. They have really the smartest minds working on what we can do to prevent the spread of this virus and also to keep us as safe as we possibly can. So just make sure that you're keeping in mind that they're not having anybody work on this that isn't qualified to work on it. And you know, we need to take their advice. So if you're new here, welcome. We love to have you. Hit that subscribe button before you go. And for those of you guys who are returning, thank you so much for all your love and support. I hope you guys are staying safe, staying healthy, staying inside, doing whatever we're supposed to do so we can end this and move on with our lives. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next budget video. Bye.